Silver is over $100, Austin. Woo!
Can't believe it. I can. I can believe it. We saw it coming. Well, we were informed that it was coming, and we paid attention to the informers, and we took action. That's all you have to do.
Yep, that's right. It is crazy. So $5,000 an ounce for gold, and over it's like 103 right now for silver. That's crazy considering a month ago silver was $67. That's crazy. I'm gonna say that's crazy probably 1,000 times in this video because it's crazy.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Oh man.
So I guess that's the topic, right? I mean, there. I mean, that's the hot spot today, right? What else can you talk about?
Oh, it's over 103. Thanks, Austin. Even better.
Do better. Hey, you know what's awesome? That means our company will buy it from these hillbillies out here who have hundreds of ounces for 104 or whatever, over spot, whatever it is.
Yeah. That's crazy. That is
Yeah,
awesome. So,
1,000 ounces times 100. That's some good math right there.
oh, that's a lot. I mean, let's put it into perspective a little bit because God knew this was going to happen. He's been trying to tell us it's a system for a while, but gold didn't kind of just walk there, and silver did not just kind of creep in like a little slippery snake. No, like that sucker has been rolling. Like it has exploded, right? And that doesn't happen. So this is where it gets kind of weird and kind of scary for a lot of people because that doesn't happen in a healthy system. It does not happen in a stable system. That means we are in trouble, right?
You're right. Talk about the upside of silver according to the U.S. debt clock.
I
Well,
know. Yeah,
sounds like it needs to come on.
I've
Huh?
hold on.
Got
Let me
room
add.
on this screen?
You lucky I can't add you, Austin. No, I've mentioned it in previous videos. Austin just doesn't pay attention. But in the US debt clock, it talks about the dollar to silver ratio. And according to that, silver is still got a ton of room to grow. So let's dive in, shall we?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
For decades, people have been sleeping on gold and silver, right? They were saying, nah, gold's too boring. Silver never moves. The dollar's fine. I'm just going to keep holding on to that. But now gold is over 5,000 and silver is over $103.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And the thing is, people think that it just kind of happened like just out of nowhere. No, this has been for 30 years it's outperformed everything, but people don't pay attention. They don't ever talk about gold and silver. They talk about the stock market. They talk about mutual funds. They talk about trades and all these other things. They don't talk about. You'll jump on for an ounce of silver, Austin. Well,
Really?
I,
Really?
I can't do that right now. I'm holding on to mine. So, I mean, this isn't about metals anymore. It's about money. And this isn't gold and silver getting stronger. The paper dollar has lost so much of its value that, like, they can't stop gold and silver anymore.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's what we're trying to really explain. Like a gold and silver account is what is able to save people and the work they're doing today, this week. You might get a certain amount of money this week. And if you don't do something to protect it next week, it's not going to be as worth as much. It's, I mean, you have to ask yourself, why is this all happening? And what's it all mean, Basil? You know? Calm down. Calm down.
Trying not to get too excited, Heath. I'm sorry. So, when confidence in currencies drops, money doesn't disappear, it runs. And what does it typically run to? It runs to something that cannot be printed anymore. It runs things that they don't default, things that have survived monetary collapses in history, right? Gold and silver.
Boom.
That's the only option.
Every time.
So why silver is over $100 and why that matters more than gold being up to 5,000? Because silver over $100 is not like a, oh cool, hoorah, that's cool, yeah. No, it is a huge flare gun shot up in the air. Because not only does that mean that, hey, it's going to keep going up, that means the boat's going down. I mean, you worked offshore a lot. You know, they typically shoot a flare gun because you're in a state of emergency. The boat's going down, something happened, right? And they had to shoot a flare gun so that people know their position. That's what this silver's doing right now. It's shooting a flare gun because the ship's sinking.
Right. It is, and that's what we're trying to help people. If you have a bank account, it's as simple as that. A silver and gold account is as simple as that, and you can transfer your money from your bank account to your silver account. And instead of getting just ripped apart, ripped to shreds, you can do the opposite of that. Be jumping for joy, barely able to contain yourself like Hunter. I
So
mean, he
so
was
so
at midnight last night as this was
yeah, it
going.
was.
I was one of them. I'm like, what are you still doing up? He's like, are you kidding?
I'm telling you. So back to the kind of the boat reference, and it made me think about this. So the boat's going down. The boat is our currency, right? What do people what do people do when the boat goes down typically? They want to find a life raft. They want to find a buoy. They want to find a little float, something that's going to keep them afloat, right? So they run to mutual funds or something, right? Well, mutual funds over the past 30 years have not performed like amazingly, but I guess it can keep your head just barely above water, right? You're just like this, trying not to move so that you can still breathe.
Right.
But I don't know about you, Heath, but I feel like the gold and silver is kind of like the Coast Guard who's got the daggum helicopter and they got divers coming in after you to get you in the helicopter and get you back on land.
Well, I like that analogy, but I was picturing something different. The more you have, you can stack it up, and you can create this mountain that rise above the waters.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. That's for sure.
Hey,
So silver is the most undervalued, most manipulated, most industrial critical medical metal on earth. Period. Case closed. Cut the check. See you later. Like it's the most used but undervalued metal on the earth. It's used up and it's not saved. It's consumed and not recycled efficiently. And when silver breaks levels like this means supply is so tight and panic is just rising, right? And the question everyone should be asking is not the will gold and silver ever go higher? Like, is it going to keep going? No, they need to be asking themselves, like, what has to break to make silver do this in the first place? Because whatever had to break for silver to do this, that means they don't have control over the system anymore. The US Mint isn't even going off spot price anymore. That's insane. They have never done that ever. They've always stuck to the status quo. They've always stuck spot price was spot price. Spot price was spot price. US Mint is so why I say that is the US Mint is selling Silver Eagles, which have a little bit more of a premium than a regular silver, but it's only like a couple dollars difference as far as the premium goes. But they're selling Silver Eagles for $173.
go.
The spot price, and that was last night before it went over 100. They're probably higher than that. I don't know. But the Silver Eagles,
That's
like
great.
right now, spot price is $103. So, I mean, that's insane. They're not even going off spot price anymore.
Not at all.
The system is so broken, they can't stop it anymore. That's crazy.
Speaking of which, if you want to compare, I think I saw that I can buy them today for 111. So if you want to go to the U.S. Mint and pay them 175, or get a way better price.
Right? And what does this really mean for everyday people, you know? If if you're holding cash only and retirement accounts tied into the market and your promises are that's all you got is promises and you don't have assets like gold and silver, you're going to feel this and it's going to hurt. It's not going to be quick. It is going to be a slow, painful thing. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm giving you I mean this is far from trying to scare you. I'm trying to warn you because I know what's going to happen. It's inevitable. There's nothing that can stop it anymore. Hyperinflation is, like you said, it's not even around the corner. It's right there at the door walking in.
Kicking it down. Kicking it down. You're not, I mean, the only way you can buy bread in those situations, it's not with paper anymore. People are like, you can't eat silver. Well, you can't buy bread with paper at that point either. So yeah, get as much food and stuff as you can. Prepare every way that you can. But another way to do that is, as you're earning money today, save the value of it so you can keep doing that later. Simple, you know.
Absolutely. 100%. And it's scary for a lot of people. And that's it. God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. So don't be fearful of anything. God gave you a lifeline. You might be watching this video and you might think, man, they're just trying to sell me something. I don't want to sell you nothing. Heath doesn't want to sell you nothing. We want to show you how you can protect your family from the inevitable. It's just like I live in Tennessee. I grew up in Tennessee. I was a cop for 3 years. I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. I was in the Army. I'm in the Air Force now. I was in law enforcement. Like, I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. And we have to do that to protect ourselves, right? It's not a Second Amendment was not made for people to go hunt and fish, hunt and shoot things just because they want to. It was made for protection against themselves and a militia, right? So, that being said, gold and silver is a protection against inflation. It's inevitable. Everyone needs it. And if you're gonna want it and you want to get it, you got to get it at the best price and you have to be able to afford it. We made a way to do that. And like I said, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but if you're interested, I would love to explain to you and answer questions about it. It's
So
it's
I,
pretty
I live
insane.
I live in the Ozarks of Arkansas, and out here, a lot of people were informed. And the more I talk to them, I've heard about a lot of people who are holding on to silver and gold for that they've held on to for a long time, and so they think it's time to sell, and that's fine if that's what they want to do. If you have a thousand silver eagles, you want to get the best price you can if you would go to sell it. Nobody is going to give you close to that spot price. That $103 right now, nobody. Well, except for one place, and we know the guys. You can get you a Sound Money wallet, and that will be the thing that saved your day. That's what saved our day.
Hold on one second here.
Math is a wonderful thing. Woo! You look funny when you're doing math. Look at him. He just holds his face perfectly still while he's mathing away. You should hold out your tongue next time before you start doing math. Yeah. That's some serious math. I kind of could have sang the whole song. I should have just did that. And now you're just drawing it out to make me
Okay,
clock.
quick math, right quick. This is gonna blow your minds.
Long math.
Okay, typically when you have gold or silver and you want to liquidate it, you want to sell it, you want to cash it out, you have to go to a supplier of some kind, like one of the big dogs, or go to a jeweler, go to a pawn shop. Right now, they're not going to buy 1,000 ounces. They're not. They don't have the money for that. But if they did, they typically will only give you about 80% spot if you're lucky, right? That's generous. That means you're getting gypped out of like 20 something $1,000 compared to what the actual worth of that would be if you had 1,000 ounces of silver right
Right.
now.
And a gold and
So
silver, cash it out in.
if you are so worried about spending any kind of money to be able to help your family and to get a gold and silver account, okay, I'm gonna be just straight up with you. It's $200, maybe 150 if you want to talk to me and I can explain to you how that works. But it's 150, $200, maybe 600. There's minimum is $150. If you want to throw dead gum $150 and be like, man, I'm not paying that, and you would rather lose 20 grand, that's silly. That is just absolutely silly. And man, there's so many people that do it because they're just like, I don't want to pay that $150 for my account. Okay. Well,
How
good
much do
luck
you pay a
trying.
bank every year? How much do people are like, oh, that's got free checking? No, you don't. It's at least $5 a month where I'm at. If you don't have a direct deposit, and guess what? They get your money. Plus, they have the bail-ins. Don't even go get us started on those. Got to do a show about that.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to dive into that another day. That being said, we're not trying to scare people. We're not trying to sell anything. We're trying to educate. Silver has made it past $100 an ounce. Everyone needs to have their hands on it. Period. God gave it to us for a reason. We need to share that, and
Amen.
everyone needs it. Period.
That's right. Hey, are you going to give your number? Do you still do that?
Yeah. So if you have any questions about how gold and silver works, how you can get a gold and silver account, you can contact me at 901-403-2293, or you can message me on Facebook at Hunter Twisdale, or you can just comment on this post and I'll definitely get back to you. And same for Heath.
Paper silver is in its deathbed once can't fulfill the orders. You're right. So paper silver is what's driving the price up. We would never ever do paper silver. The product that this, a gold and silver account is a digital ledger, a physical product in a vault, and they'll ship it to you whenever you want it. You can drive to the vault. I wouldn't either. I'd be taking a road trip to Idaho Falls, and you can walk right up to the door, and they will give you. Let's see what if you had 1,000,000 ounces. What's 1,000,000 times 100? They'll give you $100 million right now. They
They
promise. I mean, that's
yeah,
it.
we
There's
don't
no maximums, you
yeah.
know. So yeah, paper silver. I'm glad you brought that up, Fuzzy Balls, old Fuzzy Nuts.
Yeah, we don't do paper silver. We don't do paper gold. We do the real stuff. We don't. I don't believe in that stuff that costs more just so people can try to cheat the system.
Yeah, and so the whole thing with this, it's a really cool thing. You have a couple Joes talking about something that you're like, what do these guys know? Well, I've done it for 3 years. I got my gold and silver account 3 years ago, and it's just like Sam's. If you like Sam's, you tell your buddy, hey, Sam's is great. Go shop there. They're going to give you a $50 gift card. They give us $50 in gold and 1% affiliate bonus for the rest of our life. It's amazing. 1% of $100 is only $1, but I'm telling the world because this is the best thing that there is. And so get on the band, call up Hunter. He'll tell you all about it, man. We're just trying to educate people,
Yeah,
know
just hop
what there
just hop
is.
on just hop on the train because it's a rolling.
Choo choo.
All right, Heath. Well, it was a good chat. I've got to get off before my wife gets mad at me any more than she
Tell
already
my
is.
I love him. Give my daughter a hug.
I will. I will. All right, man. Well, God bless everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will get back to you, or you can reach out to me, like I said before. So, silver 250 in 2027. I think it's going to be significantly more than that. Some of the data that I've seen personally, I usually don't speculate on the exact amount, but I have seen much data shooting to over 500 this year alone. And in 2027, I think we're going to be closer to the four. 4-figure range. My personal opinion.
Hopefully it does slow roll. But what was your DM on? Did you say your Facebook? DM them or whatever. Yeah, you're right. It is being conservative.
Yeah.
But hey, if we get there, that means my account will be at 25,000 just by that alone. You know,
Yeah.
just by what's in there right now. But I'm not going to stop putting into it.
No, absolutely. We got a lot of stuff we got going. So
Yeah, we'd love to talk to you, old fuzzy balls. Yeah, we'll help you out, man. I promise. You know, if you like what you see, let's. Do you have a link in the description? Do you do that?
I don't know how to
Check
do that.
the
I'll
description.
do it. I'll add it. I have to add it after I post it. I'll add a link, or you can just comment and or call me at 901-403-2293, and I'll gladly help you, Fuzzy Balls. That's a very interesting name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Can't wait to meet you. All right, man. Have a great night.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
Probably a chick. I'm sorry. Have a good night.
Night. Oh, wait. Cool. Thanks. Cool. Night.